Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody on the outside and in between, my name is Patrick. This is the Epic Loot Gaming channel, and tonight we're back to our old selves. For those who weren't aware, about 6 months ago I changed the name on the channel to Suffocation. Didn't go over too well. It just didn't work. So I was like, I'll just change my name back to Epic Loot Gaming. Well, guess what? When you change your name on Twitch, it locks that old name up for 6 months. So, for about a month or two, I was Suffocation. Then I changed to Epic Loot Patrick. And then I got a notification that my old username had came up today, or late last night. So, we're back. We're not changing it anymore, okay? I learned my lesson. We're not changing it anymore. That was a dummy. That was a dummy move. So, how did everybody like the week 2 of new legacy beta test? Why is that still open? What the fuck? That's crazy. How did everybody like the second weekend? We're going to go over some forum posts here in a few and just check some things out, get some feedback, see what people thought. I like the changes that was made. I like the beginner's book, the beginner's guide or journal, whatever it is. I dinked around with a few things. Didn't really do anything too serious. My wife had just gotten home as well this weekend, so I spent some time with her. But yeah, I'll be honest. But I'm going to refrain. I'm going to hold my feedback until we go over the forums and look at some things. God, I can't believe that house spot's still open. Sorry, it's just got me. All right, let's just head to here really quick. So I'd spoke with some friends a few of them who play. Hey, it's Perry. I know that guy. Perry the fighter. Sorry, squirrel. What was in there? Oh yeah. Plant. Okay, so I'd spoken with a few people who were in alpha, doing some alpha testing, and they mostly played on private servers, but they got into the alpha testing for New Legacy, so they decided, hey, we're going to try this out. Obviously, they played on their clients that they're used to playing with or whatever, and the feedback from most of them was they really, really liked it. They really enjoyed it. Well, like now, none of them will even touch it because of the client issue. And I get it. I get it. That's part of the whole sherbop and kerbopple, you know. It's not just the nostalgia. We have to have other things, other quality of life upgrades to make it worth it. So I hope that these people, these folks who are our potential, new shard mates, get on the forum and express their thoughts in a good way about this, in a reasonable fashion without losing your shit, man. But a lot of them went from oh, this is going to be the coolest thing in the world to I can't do it. And I get it. I mean, it is what it is, right? So, but we're going to check the forums. This is what I like to do after the weekend of beta testing. I like to get on the forums and read the feedback threads and see what people thought, and then give my feedback. Where do I want to park my guy? I don't even know why I logged into the game, honestly. I wasn't even in the mood to play. I just really wanted to get into the forums and read the stuff with you guys. We're going to park right here. I think we'll park by the water trough. This is a good spot. There we go. There we go. Looking good, Patrick. You know what? That's a stupid spot for you, though. Stand right here by the flowers. Okay. Focusing. Pull my browser. Okay. So, we are on the forums. Oh, hold on. Those alpha testers didn't do alpha testing, though. They left very little feedback, good or bad. Well, in all fairness, they use a 1990s program to collect the feedback and like maintain information. I don't think that it was a very good setup or a very modern setup. I think there should have been a. Here's how. Okay, honestly, this is how I would have done it. You okay? On the tray down there. Yep. All of it. Sorry, wife. She's sick. She's not feeling well. I feel like there should have been like they had modern software for forum feedback. Well, were they running like they ran like some sort of like professional like Slack or something? I don't remember what it was, but I thought it was kind of off-putting. Like instead of just creating like a private forum here for that kind of stuff, I don't know. I thought it was a little weird, but yeah, I heard that there wasn't a lot of great feedback in general during alpha. Like there just wasn't a whole lot of people doing that, which is an important part. Like if you're going to be in alpha or doing the beta stuff, like that's our job. That's a job, you know, we're playing the game, but we need to do that. Yeah, it's a professional. Yeah. Like I don't even use Slack. I was in corporate America for years. I don't even use Slack. I don't know anybody who uses Slack, especially not a gamer. Like I just thought that was a little weird, first of all, but I don't even know how Slack works. So maybe it was a beautiful thing, but it's like this. It's like when you create content on YouTube and all your stuff's done on YouTube, and then you're like, hey, I'm leaving YouTube and going to Philly Dilly, and you move all your stuff to Philly Dilly. Well, not everybody's going to want to switch to Philly Dilly because they like YouTube. That's just always the way I look at it. They took a slot from people that could have given actual feedback. Well, once again, didn't they just do random drawings or like whatever? Like, I don't know. Yeah, they took a slot from people that could have given actual feedback, but how many people are like us? Like, how many people are like us that are going to do that? There's maybe a small handful of people that are going to actually do that. And I just don't think it's going to be. I think Slack was a terrible idea. I think they should have stuck to what they had, which was the forum, made it a private forum where only they could access it with the beta or the alpha testers or whatever. But beyond that, it's past that. They have a new legacy forum now, and look how, like, look at this. Like, it is doing what it should be doing. So, first things first, though, we're going to jump into the Weekend 2 feedback. We're going to read through this, see what people thought, and then we're going to talk about what I thought about it. And I'm going to figure out why people are texting me. What is up with frickin' people not knowing how to do their job? I don't even know. I don't even know why I checked those texts. Anyways, I kind of skimmed through this. A lot of it seemed really positive. A lot of people, really kind of got a little deeper into it, tried things out. I played with my swordsman a little bit, got over it. Played with the crafter a little bit. Like, that was kind of fun, It was a little different, but really what it just came down to was I love the fact that they are listening. They are paying attention. They're seeing that, okay, this needs to be changed, or this is going to be causing an issue, and the devs are taking it serious. So that's awesome. That's huge. And in my opinion, that means nothing but good things are going to come our way if they're paying attention. So fucking kudos. I think that's awesome. So we're just going to scroll through this a little bit. Like, we already have people wanting to skip the Akolo tutorial. They can advance. Did some round quests from a job board. Destroy crates, defend wagons. At this point, I lost interest when I was going to need to complete the same 3 quests. Yep. In general, same experience as Beta 1. With the limited time I had, I wanted to go out and explore, but doing so wouldn't have benefited me. Arrows cost money, and my skills would not advance outside of the quests. I was worried about that. I feel that a little bit. Like, I love the quests. I love the fact that like the quests give you skills, but it was a little off-putting, like the way it worked, having to like do those dailies for like a couple points here and there. That was no bueno. That was no bueno. That was not. I don't know. That was just not something I cared for. It got boring really freaking fast. All right, sorry, I got distracted here. Week 2, I started crafting character. Beginning in Oklo, I thought I saw others saying that crafters still had to participate in the killing of the rats, but when I chose blacksmith, that was not the case. Excuse me. I was asked to craft items and gain skills until it was... Holy shit. I was asked to craft items and gain skills until it was time to leave Oklo. Okay. The starting part was when I left Oklo. The startling part was when I left Oklo. I was instantly given 50 points of swords. Although the addition of the Adventurer's book is very nice. You run to Haven Mines and mindlessly killing stuff. Is it because someone is telling you what to do? No. What? No, it's a good place to go and just like mindlessly kill stuff. Is it because someone is telling you what to do? Not necessarily. It's okay. I'll be 100% honest with you. I feel like my camera's a little crooked there for some reason. Maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping. I felt that the whole. I feel like it's not going to be something that's going to be easily picked up by new players. I just don't, and that's what we need. Like we need new players. We need fresh meat. We need fresh meat. I mean, it's great that we like it. Like, it's great. But that's not gaining anything. That's not gaining this game anything. If anything, it's taking away from, because at this point, there's going to be people who are into New Legacy, so they're going to play New Legacy. And it's going to pull a little bit from production shards. The people on production, who knows how that's going to affect them, but there's going to be people on production who don't want to go play New Legacy. There's going to be lack of stuff going on new with production due to their friends and stuff doing New Legacy. I can just see it having a trickle effect if we're not careful. But at the same time, I don't want to see it end up like Siege Perilous, just this like whatever shard. Like it's just this. We're in this really tricky stage right now where all the eyes are on our dev team and all the eyes are on this game, and everybody has all these expectations of what it is, and in reality it needs to be something that's grabbing new players for us, because our player base is our player base is not going to be playing forever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This isn't just a UO thing. Like, I see this same thing in World of Warcraft. Like, the people who play World of Warcraft, they're not necessarily getting any younger either. And it's kind of pulling, like, it still has enough to pull in some young players and stuff and keep the people, keep it going. But, like, the player base for that game's also getting older. And I see more older folks my age than younger folks playing it. So that's something that's just something to keep in mind. I'm not saying it's just a UO thing. When Cairo first started playing UO, it was around 2008, 2009. He made a character and he asked me, what do I do? And I told him anything he wants. He was completely confused. He needed direction to get started. Right. Like, I get that. Like, it's a sandbox. It's a, oh, Jesus, Cairo. And Dester, what the hell are you doing there, bro? It's just a baby. You can't go there, man. Okay, well, why didn't you tell him? Why didn't you? That's how I learned to play UO, through people. Like, I didn't learn UO through anything else than like my direct people I was in contact with, I guess. So, and UO's always kind of been like that. I yelled at him, he shouldn't be. You like walked away for like 5 minutes, turned around, he's in Destro trying to fight dragons and whatever else is in there. Well, I don't know. I mean, That's the thing. Like, let's see here. How am I going to say this? I have to be careful when I pick my words here as to not to offend anybody. Today's player base, today's gamers, yeah, well, UO is it okay. MMOs in general, very hard games to learn. RPGs, those kind of games, really hard to learn. People like quick, jump in, do a thing, be done, move on with life. That's what I notice a lot of stuff, and a lot of games these days are like that. Like, some of the most popular games are games where, like Fortnite, Apex Legends, you know, things like that, where you just pop in, do your thing, and you're done. You know, so I worry about MMOs in general because I absolutely I love them, and I haven't seen anything new or cool come out in quite a while, really, that isn't just the same crap. It's nice to see UO taking a stab at the modern genre, but it's just MMOs in general have got me a little bit worried, I guess. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Like, what's the next decade going to bring? What's the next decade, 20 years going to bring? Who knows? I don't. Is Fortnite going to still be around? Fuck, I hope not. Minecraft? Fuck, I hope not. UO? Probably. WoW still has 7 million subscribers. Right. Yeah. Yeah. God, do you remember when it had like 2 or 3 times that? I can't remember what it was when I was at its peak. But that was wild shit. WoW is still doing just fine. I mean, they're not by any means, like, they're the top dog. When you think of an MMO, it's usually World of Warcraft. That's the top dog. But I'm just saying, like, RuneScape Original is, in my honest opinion, easy to pick up. It's similar to a modern MMO, which UO is not by any means. So if you know anything about if you know anything about just kind of a basic game, you can play RuneScape, you can play, you know, WoW, Star Wars Old Republic, all those things, but you can't just jump into UO. That's scary. Albion Online, that's another game that's like UO, obviously, not just like in graphic wise, but like you can't just jump into Albion and really know what you're doing or have fun. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get into that game. All right, so let's go on to the next one here. All right, started with the Arcanist path. Purchase Taming and Lore from the Advanced Skill Trainer for 10k each for 50 skill points. Train Taming and Lore to GM. Accepted Tamer Mage quest. There was a vague warning. Taming and Lore reset to 0. This doesn't make sense. Inscribe and Wrestling reset to 0. This somewhat makes sense. What? I would have cried. Oh my lord. Retrain Taming and Lore to 100 through the Tamer Mage quest and reset them to 0. Unable to turn in Tamer Mage quest since my skills are GM. Unable to progress. Unable to tame Drake. Stuck. Page GM immediately. Email 2. Advertised email addresses. Use new legacy bug contact form. Made a forum post. No response so far. In the meantime, I made another character, but there's not enough time to do anything. Huh. That's interesting. That's as much as this person's like upset about it, like that's what beta's for. Like, that's awesome. They'll fix that. Thoughts from this past weekend. Visit quest triggers improved. Yes, I noticed that. Still having some issues where it will not trigger and I'll still log out and back and forth for trigger. On-clickable quest NPCs. Ran into a few situations where I needed to talk to an NPC and wasn't able to interact with them. I did not have that issue. Seemed pretty Don't say jank. Don't say jank. Tracker automatically following current quest line is a great addition. Tracking arrow would still be a good modern addition. Bingo. Quests, ultimately, still feel the same as week 1. Boring and samey, but much, much more boring and samey than week 1 due to the lack of shiny and new syndrome. Yep. Bard and Taming quest lines are pretty cool. Soft lock issue where advanced skill on taming skill combines with taming quest line can offset one or more aspects of the taming skill set, maxing them out before the rest. This results in taming quests that cannot be turned in, and advanced skill trainers cannot be used. Oh, shit. Okay, so look at, there's someone else who had that. Taming knowledge. Currently we have Drakes available. Are there any other currently available that we just haven't found yet? That's... Housing is interesting. I don't know if I personally... Why do you have these weird punctuation? I don't know if I personally like the current housing rules. I'd like to place a bit more freely versus the zoned out urban sprawl concept. Guild changes are pretty cool, but I'm not totally sure how I'm supposed to reasonably advance my guild to level 2. Maybe I'm missing something, but 112,000 seems like a lot when I get rewards of 5 and 10 for guild quests. Hoping this is more of a temporary number. If I'm farming, I have no idea how this works. I was sent to a field and then the quest stopped. You don't get more character slots. You only get 2. Oh. Quest gear for warriors is much improved, possibly too good. Y'all look the same. Y'all with your blue suits, you look the same. I don't know how I feel about that. Mariah. I highly recommend that all testers read or reread the fact that was published. Many of the questions I'm seeing asked or answered in there. Read the questions instructions. Click on the blue button on your question for more detail. While it's fine to skim through the story, many are missing important information and instructions in them. Watch your journal. There are system messages to help, which are many missing. Mariah, you're not very helpful. That's not nice. Can you change the armor color? Because that armor is all blue. I better make sure I didn't get logged out. Blip, 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 blip. It seems like an excessive amount of NPC text to read, with most of it just being cat. This guy's okay. This guy's never played a quest-based game. Oh, I definitely like that. It's just everybody looks the same, which is different. But I'm sure that's just temporary. An enhanced client. Find the white font on black background really hard to read. For the most part, relying now on the quest log text that I can see. It has an easier font to read and a better graphics. Okay, graphics kind of below standards too. Not all impressed after 5 hours. Seems like more of what I would expect from a game developed 20 years ago. The gameplay definitely reflects the game's age. You can only do so much with what we have. Sometimes reading these posts are like depressing. I think at some point people get tired of having to read through dialogues they are not interested in. Yep. I'm having a reaction to them and the quest to the point where right after I subscribed, I stopped playing and won't play again until hopefully I don't have to interact with them anymore. Damn. I'll say subscribed. I want a new server to be successful, but as it plays now, it's not for me. I can't be the only one. The effort on the whole server is appreciated, though. It's just not that people coming for a UO experience as much as... People need to learn how to fucking punctuate. Much as this is New Legacy, not UO, aren't joining to read quest dialogues. That was never part of the traditional UO experience, and I think many people joining are looking for that in some manner. Fuck. We're dividing the community. There are plenty of games that do the quest thing. There aren't many that do the sandbox thing. Unfortunately, even though this is beta, many people will take this as an indicative of the final play experience and may never circle back around to check out the server once it's live. Sounds like a Giants. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. Oof. Made mage this weekend. All the quests worked. I noticed reagents were on more mobs. Yeah, I noticed good reagent drops. Yeah, especially the mummies. Need more mobs with other types like Black Pearl and Mandrake. I only died once skilling the mage to GM, so instead of new horses, I'm buying reagents. Went the Mage Tamer route, worked that up to 85. Love gaining skills this way. Other posters need to realize that we are just seeing the live tutorial info on what UO is and the skill process. Some have advanced champ spawns. This was not intended to be UO. Testers need to test this game, not compare to UO. Bullshit. That's not what? When this goes live, guides will be written immediately. You won't have to read those lower pages. This was not intended to be UO. What? What is that? Who? I don't... This was not intended to be UO. Testers need to test this game, not compare to UO. That hurt my head. Like, it's not a new game. It's not. Silly gooses. Okay. As an open beta, this is actually the perfect time to explode. It shouldn't be compared to production UO. It's UO, but different. Yeah. I mean, I can't argue that. It's UO, but it's different. I don't see Gray Shard people saying Outlands isn't UO. No, they call. I mean, I don't know. I hear some of them call it UO2, but yeah, they just call it Outland because it has none of the UO lore. Huh. Huh. I don't know. This is different. This is different. Oh, Outlands definitely does use UO name to try and switch. Oh, okay, okay. UO Outlands. I mean, every private server does. UO Alive, UO Outlands, UO Fell. I don't know any others. I feel like I should. Pretty sure someone made a private server and named it Siege Perilous. Like, come on, bro. Be creative. Okay. As an open beta, this is actually the perfect time to expose playability weakness and try to figure out what about the experience left people confused, frustrated, etc. Yes. Well-designed games and experiences within them are designed to be as intuitive as possible, but where they are not, there are contingencies that are created to guide them back. Let's focus on that opposed to questioning why users didn't take the time to read. That's not a habit that's easy to break. It's pretty simple. Most people don't read flavor text anymore, and devs have stated they're trying to attract a modern audience. Those two don't necessarily coincide. Yep. Let's say you do not read the quest text, but you moved on too quickly to the next quest. What do you do about the text that resides in that previous quest that you didn't intentionally miss? What if the follow-up quest leaves you confused? What about the obtain quest on the deliver quest that have been confusing tons of players that involve non-standard actions? Do you check your journal? Do you check the fact? There are edge cases here that are worth discussing inherent to the in-game experience itself. Damn! This is a very well-worded post. The quest system is extremely clunky compared to modern standards, but it's better than the old UO quest system. I agree. One thing I will say about flavor text, a lot of the follow-up lines have a spot at the end of the story that says what the direct... Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just scrolling to like the last paragraph. And it's like, go find Bill at the dock. All right, man. I play enough WoW. I know you just read the last line. 2 additions that would improve, modernize the new question experience: quick glance quest objectives versus buried in flavored text, and the tracked. I think that we need a better tracking system for it for sure. Like, I don't like the way they're doing the tracking for it. I need a new job. I need to quit my job and I just need to be a full-time content creator. Too bad that shit doesn't pay the bills yet, but good God, people are just driving me nuts. 911? Look, I reinflated my phone. It's all thick. 911? I'm grumpy. My coworkers are buttholes. Yeah. Okay, bye. Okay, listen. I don't want to read any more of this shit. Actually, I do, because I saw Ron posted something. I want to see what Ron posted. Trying to post feedback, but the form is giving me issues. If this works, short posts are working, but my long feedback post is not. I was having that issue as well, Ronald. Sometimes I'll log in, I'll start typing something, and it just logs me out. Okay. So this is what I think. This is what my honest opinion is on New Legacy. I think New Legacy is something cool, something fun, and something different. I think, just like a lot of people, I want it to be a better version of UO, and what it is instead is a different version of UO. Is that bad? No. Is it what we wanted or needed? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows what the hell they wanted out of this. It does have a lot of nice improvements. It does. It has things that I would like to see make its way to production shards, but not lose the flavor that production shards provide. My biggest concern is that I don't want to see a division in the community. You know, I don't want to see. I'm tired of all the complaining and all the whining about everything, and then we're gonna throw New Legacy in there, and it's just gonna add even more. Are our devs able to handle all this? Or our devs, do they I just feel like they just doubled their workload. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I want nothing but the best for this. It just worries me the possible outcomes of what it could be. So that's all. That's all. I don't like seeing the community being split. I don't like seeing people not really know what they're getting or what I can't. We can't call this an expansion, because it's not an expansion. It's literally a new mode of gameplay. And I guess not everybody has to like it. I mean, they really don't. It's not something that I feel, I guess, is going to break the game, but it's definitely going to have some issues within the community. UO players hate, yes, UO players hate change. And I don't. But I've noticed, good God, it's so frustrating. I don't know. So I hope the devs stop with the whole shrouded in shadows type act and just come out and be like, hey, listen, this is what this is about. We did this for. This is meant to be something new and different, and a different take on the current version of UO, and it's meant to be something fun and pull in new people, and we're listening to your feedback, and we're doing what we need to do. Violet, I know they have, but they haven't. Does that make sense? Well, that just hurt my throat. I know that they're I know that they're paying attention. I know that they're taking our feedback seriously. I know that they've come out and they've said this and they've said that. But hold on. I'm choosing this next line very carefully. People want them to communicate all day long and not get any work done, so players can complain they never get anything new. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Listen, damn it. I've been trying to bite my tongue on this. This is the job for our fucking community manager. Our community manager should be here in these posts, making videos. They should be fucking keeping the community at bay and letting us know what's going on. That should be our person. That should be the person that's telling us, hey, everything's cool. This is what we got. You're our human interface between the fucking devs and the community. And your fucking blatant non-showing in this fucking whole 2 weekends of New Legacy is bullshit. It is absolute, utter bullshit. And it's embarrassing to know that this is my community manager for this game that I fucking love. Okay? Seriously. Sorry to fucking rant, But if you are going to be that person and fucking stand up for this game and this community, and be that person in the middle who's going to get the brunt of everything from the community, who's going to get the brunt of everything from the devs, but is going to be the person that keeps us all afloat and keeps us all happy. This is literally on your shoulders now. I am so just confused and irate about the lack. Makes me so mad. So that's my problem right now. That is my problem. Is like, I can only do so much we can only do so much as players to like hype it up. I can only stream so much New Legacy. I can only do so much this and that. We need everybody to be on board for this. We don't have a community manager. Yeah, we have a social media. We have somebody who makes fucking cheesy graphics and fucking goofy shit. Like, it's not a community manager, and it sucks because, like, I'll tell you what, I would much rather know that this person is putting in 10 times the time we are into this game and the promotion of it and trying to make it a bigger, better thing. Like, I just can't see how they're not and how they don't, and what they're doing right now, in my personal opinion, is not the right thing. So that's just my personal opinion on it. And what's my personal opinion? It's nothing. It doesn't mean anything to anybody but me. And that's what's great about personal opinions, right? So, with that being said, that's my big thing with it, is like, there's so much going on with this right now. Is players are getting torn every kind of which way. They're like, oh, I like this, but I hate this, and I don't like this, and blah, 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 blah. And we literally just don't have a human being, I feel, besides Chironix. He's the closest thing to a human being when he has time to chime in and talk. Mariah cannot. Fucking that other mod dude, Rorschach, that guy can't communicate with a wet paper sack. Like, we need this badly. So, there we go. That's my rant. Yeah, no one's going to like everything in New Legacy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But, you know, there needs to be someone telling us that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there needs to be someone who's like, hey, it's okay. You're not gonna like everything. There's parts of it I don't like about New Legacy as well. But as a community manager, I just want you to know everything's okay and we're gonna get through this. Listen, you're having problems with this. I'm pretending to type. Maybe try this and maybe try this out. That maybe give you a better advantage when you're trying to schnooble the dooble on the kerbopple. But you don't. So, whatever. Okay? Whatever. Anyways, it's fun for me. I enjoy it. It's definitely going to be something I do in like little spurts, because right now I enjoy production rule sets and stuff a lot better. That's just my kind of vibe. I love everything about the original Ultima Online and how it is and what it's become. New Legacy is going to be a fun little flavor, something for me to dip my tongue in, but I don't think it's going to be something to hold my attention personally. It seems like a lot of extra stuff to do. That's just me. You know, it doesn't, like Violet said, it doesn't have to be fun for everybody, and it doesn't have to be fun all the time. There can be stuff that you're not going to like, but you're still going to play it, just like me, just like everybody else. So, I'm going ahead and call it for the night. My blood pressure's shot through the freaking roof now. I'm cranky and angry, and at least we got that shit off my chest, and, you know, if the devs see this, I appreciate every damn thing you guys are doing. I understand that you are doing everything you can to give us the best product you possibly know how to. And please understand that my frustration towards the community manager has nothing to do with the development team or anybody on that side of stuff. And, yeah. Also, it's Monday. No one likes Mondays. I apologize. All right, everybody. I'm not going to raid anybody tonight. I'm just going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to deal with these work texts and go pout like a little baby downstairs. Y'all have a good one.